So in today's video, we're going to talk about why do women test men and what are they looking for when they do this. This is a specific question that came from a viewer. I love this topic because it plays into so many different things that men just can't accept, and they have such a hard time accepting. When a client comes in, they have a hard time accepting this testing reality. They say they accept it, they understand it logically, but when it comes down to it in the real world, when they go out and meet women, date women, all they do is talk about how frustrated they are because of this failure, that failure, stuff like this. And it's interesting to me because in this game, you're going to fail more than you win. Even if you're phenomenal at meeting women, even if you're phenomenal at being good with women, you're going to fail more than you win. Because women are never going to stop testing you. Matter of fact, the more solid you are, probably the more tests you're going to get, potentially. What the difference is that as you get better at tests, you move through them faster. The analogy I like to give is driving a car. When you're driving a car down the street, if you hold the steering wheel perfectly straight the whole time you're driving, the car is eventually going to go off the road. And it's the same thing here. When you become really good at handling tests, not just with women, but all of life, like for example, sales, businessmen, anything you're doing with buddies, you're going to start to course correct so subtly with that steering wheel that it's going to look like you're going perfectly straight, and you're going to end up at your destination. And that's what happens with people that are really good. So what you need to do is realize that if you're getting real tests, you're getting a lot of tests, that's a good thing. Because if a woman's really not interested, she's most likely going to be more neutral. She's going to be whatever. Now, why do women test? They test because, well, another way to kind of break this down is I'm going to give you kind of an example, a little bit of a story or a scenario, let's say. Now, picture a village. It's a long time ago. It's a primitive village. And you got the men and the women in the village. What's the role of the masculine in this village? The role of the masculine is to hunt, to build shelter, to provide, to protect, to provide good offspring. That's his role as the masculine. What's the role of the feminine? To nurture, to heal, to protect on an emotional level, to be the emotional barometer of the tribe, of the baby. Let's say she's making food and she hears the baby crying in the background. She's got to know, she'll know actually if she's the feminine, the difference in his cries. Listen to that cry. It's there's something different about it. I need to check that out. And she'll be able to pick up the tone on her mate, her partner. She'll be able to feel there's something different about him today. What's that about? And she kind of works to nurture that and keep everything in alignment, all the subtleties, okay? So when you look at this dynamic, let's say a man's first meeting a woman in this tribe, and we're going to give you three types of men. The first man is really not good with tension. He goes out there and his job is to hunt, to protect, but he's always like, I don't know, I don't want to get hurt, or I don't want to screw up, I don't want to get somebody else. He's always hesitating. Is he going to be attractive to a woman like that? Not really. She's going to, because her genes are going to be like, he's not going to provide good offspring, he's not going to be able to protect me, we're not going to survive with him. That's the insecure guy that walks up to a girl on the street and says, you know, hi, I just want to tell you you're really pretty, and he's meek about it, and this is not to say you can't be nervous when you approach, but he's really kind of half pulling away, half invested in everything he's doing. Then you got another guy. He's really bold and forward, and you've all met this guy. He's standing there and he's like, okay, it's time to go hunting. I'm going to rush out there and I'm going to go kill an animal. And he just goes at 100 miles an hour, doesn't plan, doesn't think, doesn't use his intuition, just charges like a bull. He's going to fight. Let's say he gets into a battle with another tribe and he just puts his head down and charges and starts swinging his axe or sword or club or whatever he's got. Now picture that guy. Is he sexy to a woman like that? Well, he's probably more sexy than the first guy, but the odds are this guy's going to get himself hurt or killed at some point and she's going to be alone. Now the third guy, picture him. He can run right into a battle if he needs to, but he's connected to his body, his intuition. He's going to feel out the situation. He's got a lot of consciousness, awareness. He pays attention to what's going on. He makes calculated decisions, not analytical decisions. He feels. So if you picture a surfer on a wave, the surfer's feeling the wave and he's adjusting and flowing to it as he's surfing. He's adjusting to each moment, each little micro change in the board, in his weight, and in the way his body feels. Well, this guy's doing the same thing with life. He's doing it when he's hunting. He's doing it when he's dealing with other tribe members. He's doing all this. And can you see why that guy's the most attractive? Do you see why presence is so important? Now I'm getting back to the testing eventually, don't worry. So can you see why that's so important to a woman? This is super valuable because this guy is gonna most likely live the longest, survive the longest, provide the best offspring, teach them how to grow and do the same skill set so they can survive. Her genes are gonna be the most attracted to him naturally because he's solid and present, because women are always talking about loving presence on a man. Now, picture a fireman. He's the epitome of attractiveness to a woman. Does he not have all the qualities I just described? He runs into a burning building. He's saving people selflessly, but he has to stay perfectly aware so he doesn't get hurt and nobody gets hurt because anything could happen at any moment. Ceiling could fall in, beams could fall over, flames could come rushing through one part to another, and he has to be ready for all of that at any moment. So it's the same thing, but it's a modern version of it. And you know how attracted women get when they see firemen, how curious they get. It hits that part in their genes that causes them to go, wow. It's kind of primal and inside them. So let's go back to why women test men. As a man, when you see a beautiful woman, and she's got her high heels on, which lifts her ass. She's got lipstick on, which makes her lips stand out more. She's got her breast pushed up. And she's really accentuating all these feminine qualities in her femininity, and she's dropping low in her body, moving from her sensual energy. That's fucking sexy to you, right? Well, what do you think is sexy to a woman based on what I just described? It's a man who can handle the shit consciously when the shit hits the fan, who can stay aware, deal with pressure, get things done. He can be solid. Okay? So, when a woman goes and tests a man, what is she testing for? She's testing for his solidness. If she gives him a little bit of shit and he handles it well and he stays conscious and solid, that turns her on, just like when she's dressed up for you and wearing those high heels and you're enjoying her ass. Suddenly she's like, oh, that was sexy. He handled that well. I'm going to give him another test. And let's say she pokes at him again and says, oh, and acts a little coy and pulls away a little bit, turns her back on him, and then he handles that well and he steps right into the tension again and just amps it back up. That's fucking sexy. Maybe she does this 8 or 9 times, but every time she's getting a little more turned on. Because that's what she needs to get turned on. The more she sees a man be solid like that, the more aroused she gets. For her, it's who you're being under pressure that makes her happy. It makes her turned on, makes her feel safe. You are the framework. The more you can handle pressure consciously, the more she can surrender her masculine, her need to handle the pressure, to you, and she can become radiant and feminine for you because she doesn't have to worry about it because you have it. And do you think when she walks up to you, she's going to go, do you have a good ability to be masculine? Can you handle masculine energy well? Will you be a good framework for me? Well, of course you're going to say yeah, but can she trust that? No, the only way she's going to really know is to see it for herself. Would you want a woman to tell you she looks good in lingerie and high heels, or do you want to see it, right? I mean, think about it. To be told she looks good or to have her show you a picture and say, look, I look good, isn't enough. You want to see the real thing. Well, so does she. So this is what testing is all about. Now, women test for 3 main reasons that I've seen. One is she tests where you're insecure. If she starts to see your frame, your ability to stay solid under pressure, being weak in an area, she's going to poke at it a little bit until you get a little ballsy enough to step up and say, you know what, I'm going to deal with this. And then when she sees that, she relaxes again. Oh, my man stood up in that area. He dealt with it. He made something happen. He's becoming stronger. You earn more respect from her, and she wants to surrender even more to you. Another area she tests is when she's insecure. Do I look fat in these jeans? Oh, I look fat in these jeans. You don't want to go out with me. Come here. Yeah, you look fat in those jeans. You're fucking sexy. Or, no, you're fucking sexy. Look at you. You're beautiful. And depending on how you say it, you can say either of those. You can tease her with the first one and then go, I'm just messing with you. Come here. And the second one, you can say, no, look at you. You look sexy. Come here, and slap her ass a little bit. And just be solid with her. That turns her on because now you're stepping in. She's kind of playing this little rejection game, and you're stepping in and pulling her back in and making her feel beautiful again. Now that one can get old if she's doing it all day long. If she's super insecure doing it all day long, it can get old. If she does it once in a while, it's cute, it's sweet. Now the third area, then the third reason she tests, which is one of the best reasons, is because she just plain wants to get turned on. She's horny and she wants to amp it up, so she starts poking and pushing a little bit here and there, and then you handle it well, step in, grab her, pull her in, she giggles some more, she laughs, you grab her, you kiss her, then she pushes away, then you pull her back in, and this whole time she's getting more wet, she's getting more turned on. It's leading to you two being in the bedroom. And this is why women don't like nice guys. Nice guys kill this every frickin' time. See, you can be scared, you can be nervous. I've met guys that are amazing with women that get nervous, but they show up in the middle of being nervous, fully. They don't go, hi, they go, I'm nervous, here I am, you're fucking hot, come here. And they get turned on anyways. So this is why women test men. It's part of who they are. It's how they figure out who you are. It's the same reason that men, if you join a football team and everybody on the football team hazes you for a little bit, they're figuring out how much tension you can handle so they know where you fit in the hierarchy of the team, because men test men too. It's part of our unconscious mechanism to figure out what we're capable of handling so we can put you in a box in a sense. Sounds bad, but that's what people are doing. This guy gets more leeway because he can handle this much tension, but this guy can only handle this much. And it shows in your subcommunication, your emotions, and your behavior when you're being tested. So I love tests, because tests to me mean I'm growing. Tests to me mean I'm learning. If she tests me where I'm weak, I get to learn something. If she tests me where I'm strong just because she's turned on, we're gonna have some fun. And to me, it's all beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something from it, because I think there's a lot of value in it. So make sure you put your comments below and you let me know what you think. Let me know what you're learning from it, and let me know what you want to learn more of or what more about. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And check out the website. There's a link below for that will have events on it where you can come meet me live, meet our other coaches live, and you can learn more about this stuff in person, where we can really look at you and see who you're being and give you direct and real feedback. Because through a video, I can't really give you feedback. Not the way I want to, at least. And with that all said, remember, only the confident really live. See you in the next video. Years, and especially when I was first learning it would happen. Guys love to go steal women from other guys and love to push guys' boundaries, test other men. I think sometimes some of these guys, some of the more asshole-ish guys, love to do that more than they really want to get the girl. It's about, because they're so nice and they listen so well and they're connected and they've got this great open energy. But if they're being cold to you, shutting off on you, that's a whole different story. And that might mean that you're not connected to your emotions.